like 10 to the Fisker. I should charge admission for that. Like they got a spray tan. When I was without, not a helping hand. I got some guys that throw it back and make me drop the cans. I told Ben Frank just to drop a pin. I could let my fit go to the highest bid. Yes, I might drop in. It all depends. Junior high, I was dreaming of a 10. I'm coming clean though. I mean, not a spec. My girl be serving looks. I can the chef. Katana sword popping out my walking. Love the kicks and we love. I'm in my own world. Throw the money up and make my own weather. Mommy playing tether on leather. Money talk, it's a lecture. 80 pointers dance on me, it's electric. Don't hate, I'm still under.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, you want to see pass rushers? We've got two of the best in the business. It's Vic Beasley and Khalil Mack.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Carr now on first down. They set up the screen to Lynch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing his Carr on third down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He was looking to get it into his receiver, Cooper, and that'll bring up second down.
I'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Shift together here from the D-line. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On is the punter, King, to send it away. And this will be taken at the 13. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Avoids him at the 40. And he's brought down after a good gain. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And finding the tight end Hooper. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now it's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Ryan now to throw on third down. It's caught. Jones. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. In the red zone this time. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. As possession changes hands here, I get to talk to you about the Super Bowl. It's New England and Philly, a repeat of Super Bowl 39, although that one was in Jacksonville. This one, of course, in Minneapolis.
Yeah, I think the only thing that really changes is the weather. But this one's in a dome, so I don't think that that's a real issue for them at all. But guess what? New England has the same coach and the same quarterback. That's a big advantage for the Patriots.
Meanwhile, for Philly, everything's new, including a quarterback in Nick Foles that they didn't think would be there right now.
And I'm not sure Nick Foles thought he would be there at that point. But remember, he's been to the Pro Bowl before, been to the playoffs as a starter in the NFL. He's got a chance to play a really big game.
He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Carr to Crabtree, good for a Raider first down. To throw is Carr. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Lynch. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Marquette King now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, was this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was because, let's be honest about it, losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you were in the Super Bowl, you were playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, taking a step back, and we look league-wide for a second. On Tuesday the 16th, Pro Football Writers Association named the all-rookie team. Who was on the ledger?
Well, let's start with the headliners. Let's start with the Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara, running back from Tennessee, 3rd rounder with the New Orleans Saints. and Marshawn Lattimore, their first pick in the first round this past season, a cornerback out of Ohio State, the defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, and Kamara shared that offensive honor with Kareem Hunt. What a year he had.
I mean, when you put it all together, at one point you thought Kareem Hunt was just running away with this thing. Remember, they got off to a 5-0 start, and he was essentially setting rookie records every week he played. And then Kamara and the Saints with a late rush made it a tie. Both of them well-deserving.
17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 66 yards, and the Falcons have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? but you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds, but that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
So 1:56 to play in this first. After this. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Carl trying again on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. Third down here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Oh, able to avoid him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive linemen won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run. That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Connects with Sanu right side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On second down, here's Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 47 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down right near the 27. And now Oakland ready to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Carr going to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Carr. And he finds Cook. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st down, Carr. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. He finds an opening past the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They start the drive with Lynch, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Here's Carr. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Hey, don't forget, by the way, as I go off on a tangent here for a second, that we got the Pro Bowl coming up in Orlando on January 28th, so that'll be something.
I do like the fact that they play it the week before the Super Bowl now, as opposed to after it's all over. Because I think that for the guys that didn't make the Super Bowl, it's a big consolation prize, and I think we're getting better play in the Pro Bowl as a result. Those guys come to play, and they're excited about the whole event.
Yeah, and it was a little closer last year. It had kind of gotten to the 60 to 45 out of hand. But, yeah, I think you're right. It was a little bit more competitive.
It was, and I was really happy they went back to AFC versus NFC instead of that draft thing they had for a few seasons.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out to kick is Janikowski. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. So out come the Falcons now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ryan gets it off to Freeman. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
On 2nd down, Ryan throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A Falcon first down. Ryan to his young tight end, Hooper. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Throwing now. Ryan on first down. Quick throw. That's complete on the inside slant. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. This is caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd and 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Here's Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper from 3 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Deion Jones coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And the back goes into motion. Carr to throw on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On third and long, it's Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A gain of 7 that time, second and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Ryan under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. To throw is Ryan. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. They come out here in the I. Now it's Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ryan wants to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A good pickup there of 22. Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. Now Ryan. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Travis Carey. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Marquette King now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Boy, shifts past him. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.
Ting, ting, hear the sound. Oh, are you listening? Oh, you gotta hit the ground. Ain't no chain gonna hold me down. Dig deep, feel the burn. I've got a calling, so I should learn. I heard a voice of this broken hymn saying, "I'm not, this is who I am." I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher and higher. Got the streets all I need is going higher and higher, higher and higher. Oh, keep running, oh, keep running, oh, keep running. Reach out, reach out. Oh, keep running, oh, keep running, oh, keep running. Reach out, reach out. can make it rain. Oh, do you hear the thunder? Don't let it bring you down. Look up and see the light. You're not alone, don't give up like that. Oh yeah, got a ways to go. Break that wall, let the spirit flow. I know you ain't done yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Be free. Got the streets all I need. We're going higher and higher, higher and higher.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah.
Cause, but I still low. Got 100 different to my cell phone. Still 33 for low. I'ma ride to my dog sitting in jail. It's that ladder on the grass spinning.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Smith's Chiefs going up against Roethlisberger's Steelers.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On third down, Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side. Judge says it went out just across midfield. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So the ball that time in the hands of who wound up being the NFL's rushing leader this season. Now, maybe a little help from Le'Veon Bell and also Todd Gurley sitting out their finales, but still a spectacular season for Hunt.
You're going to throw cold water on the man, just like that.
I said a spectacular season for Kareem Hunt.
Okay, let's accentuate the positive. A third-round rookie out of Toledo. Led the league in rushing as a rookie. That is cause for celebration, not just in Kansas City, but across the league when you see these guys get their opportunities. And not only did he run it well, he caught it well, and he sparked Kansas City to a 5-0 start to the season and eventually to the playoffs.
Yeah, bright future for him. Total yardage on the ground, 1327, and 11 total touchdowns for Hunt this year. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Able to find Harris, complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways right at the 20. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A toss play to Hunt. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now Smith And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Back onto the field come the Kansas City Chiefs. As they look back to this last year, disappointment ultimately in how the season ended, Charles, no doubt. It was a weird year, though. The great start, the weird middle, and then the strong end.
And every team in the NFL documents their season with a year-end, video, movie about the season. This is going to be a tale of 3 seasons for the Kansas City Chiefs, isn't it?
Yeah.
How about the start? Remember opening night in Foxborough, beating the defending Super Bowl champs? I mean, they went on the road and took out the Patriots with Tom Brady, and that got them up to a 5-0 start. And then they hit the middle section.
Yeah, that 1-6 stretch.
I mean, that was a tough one. It was hard to believe because we watched it unfold, but we kept saying, they'll get it back together. And they did. Down the stretch, 4-0, winning by almost an average of 12 points per game that propelled them to the AFC West title.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Smith throwing again into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Third and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chris Jones able to drop him for a loss of 12. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up second down. But with that one hitting the ground, wanted to ask you about this kind of in-between week. Super Bowl week next week. What is this week like for the players in between?
Number one, healing up for them, right? Getting those bumps and bruises taken care of so they're ready to go on the full Super Bowl week. For the coaches, it depends on their philosophy. Some will start to introduce the game plan the first week. Others will hold it until the second week. Some will go late and kind of do it in between. I do know of one Super Bowl coach who used to give his team the entire week off with that 2-week gap, and then bring them back and do it just like a regular season game.
Got to think, though, if you're a player, you're antsy, right? You're just ready for next week.
You really are. And the best coaches, they find a way to slow that down so you don't ramp up too fast. They want to make sure that you explode on game day.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down, here's Smith. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will make it 6-0. So that's their third trip to the red zone, but all they have to show so far is 2 field goals.
Tough sledding in this game for the offense. They get to the red zone. Normally you count on a minimum of 3 points in each red zone trip. Not so far in this game.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. You're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns is be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Now it's Roethlisberger. And an alley to run. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. A screen to Bell. Spinning away. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Third down now following the completed pass. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going up top. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Smith with a give to Hunt. And some room to work. A big play there for KC. 56 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a second down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Big Ben, with his size, sometimes it still surprises me when he can dance for a first.
He's the preeminent quarterback at taking contact, shedding it, and turning it into a big play. You know what they say about him? It's not the first 3 seconds of the play that you worry about with him. It's the next 3. Takes the hit, and now he creates a big one.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Smith going to give this one to Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So the D-line's going to spread out. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding people trying to get him on the ground. That's when he becomes the most elusive.
Yeah, something he honed back at the University of Miami in Ohio.
Yeah, but they didn't get him down in the MAC. It's hard to get him down in the NFL. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. So they do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Bud Dupree from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. They run with Hunt. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. A 4-yard pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you know.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Finding room at the 30. And now running right through it. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Smith on first down. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's second down. Now Smith. Going to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A Kansas City first down. Smith finding Hill that time. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On first down, Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's Hunt. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Now it's Smith. And that is incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And the kick by Butker is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On 1st and 10, Smith. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Goes underneath for Bell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Throwing now, Smith. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 14. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. And he rifles one incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Smith. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Smith going to throw it. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Chris Conley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases...